Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe. Uh, excuse me. Let me get right. I'm on the move as always. Um, I'm gonna address this high value man garbage one more time. I did a video. I believe it was back in late April, early May. Could have been June. Before all this controversy started. See, a lot of my videos, if you look at my content, um, I promise in the future that I have a better setup, better audio. I think one of my videos was the Manosphere Caution video that there was an audio issue. I'm going to redo that video. It's related to the High Value Man because the High Value Man video that I did, uh, based upon the fact that, telling men to determine their own value and that you should always try to be better. And yes, everybody do get money, get as much money as you can get, but never live up to anybody else's standards. Have your own self-esteem and self-worth. That was it in a nutshell. So, um, and then another thing with the high value man concept that I pointed out is you shouldn't be doing anything for women, especially in a westernized country like such as America and others. You shouldn't be doing anything in regards to women. So if you're going to improve yourself and get money for yourself, you shouldn't be doing it for women. Um, so now let me put the stamp on this high value man shit once and for all. So that for people who are smart and who can peep game and understand what's going on with this concept, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And you won't get caught up in these other guys who continue to advocate for it or somehow, some way try to give their opinion, which is only their opinion. It's not facts. It's not proof. Okay. And when you point out discrepancies, holes, flaws, inconsistencies in such a term, or individuals who have adopted that term and tried to make their own definition of that term, these dudes continuously circle jerk and talk in circles and keep saying opinionated stuff surrounding it. But we're dealing truth over here. Okay, we're dealing observation and truth. Um, Matter of fact, just let me start like this. There's this thing where people want to say something is business, and it's like that's supposed to make it okay if you beat somebody out of some money, if you do something shisty, if you switch up on somebody and you initially said one thing or gave somebody your word, and then when you watch this particular individual or group of people do these things, they excuse it and say it's business. That's not okay, man. Um, and that was part of the Manosphere Caution video that I did for y'all dealing with this money grab. Okay. Now, luckily, we got a brother who he says that term is business, but this brother gives back, and this brother does provide a lot of information for free. So, whenever I can, I support that channel. At the same time, you're going to get something tangible from this brother. So I excuse him from the statement, you know what I'm saying, because he's an exception to the rule. He does give back. He does provide stuff for free. And anytime you support his channel or invest in him, you're going to get something tangible. I believe, matter of fact, shout out to Ramil. I believe, he always has an open offer of an investment of $5,000 on real estate and with a 30 cent return. So, that's different from me paying $5,000 for a consultation from somebody. See what I'm saying? And that's the difference when I talk about giving back. At the same time, you get strategies, small, low overhead, low investment strategies to start building uh, bigger capital, by just simply taking a used car getting it checked out, getting some small minor repairs done to get it functional and turn around and selling it and then repeating the process, you know, and you can increase the amount of cars as you go. So this brother Ramil gives you very solid, easy, applicable strategies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excusing him when he says it's business, even though he says it in the context of how these other guys who don't do shit for brothers, who just want you to just give them fucking money, and then if they can't get the money from you, they're gonna do what's necessary to get the money, and at the same time, they're just going to turn their nose up and go the other direction because they couldn't scam you, cheat you, or get you to give them something for free with no return or giving back in the long run to you. And just the initial camaraderie, care, and respect and brotherhood for our fellow men, particularly our black men here. So this is what I was trying to explain. You know, I was on a panel with a lot of brothers. A lot of brothers had a lot to say. I'm getting to where I'm trying to stay away from these panels because it's hard to make a point so it could be digested and understood, because it's just too many dudes talking and you get cut off. And then sometimes, man, even on the panel, when you make a valid point, when you prove something, when you say something that's concrete, absolute, that some brothers just don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept that they're wrong. They want to keep talking, to try to keep on spinning the conversation, to keep going, even though the conversation should be over, it's clear cut, dry. So I had to address that. Always 99.9% of the time when somebody say it's business, when somebody switches up, when somebody money grabs, when somebody doesn't give you good quality service for your money, or they just straight up scam you, there's only maybe 1% of people who get away with saying that. Ramil can say that because Ramil does give results, but it's a lot of dudes money grabbing and they don't care nothing about brothers. You know what I'm saying? And here's the first point of being careful with this high value man concept, regardless of what content creator or dating coach it comes from. You got young men. You have young men. It's not normal for them to be making a certain amount of money. So that shit could be discouraging when they hear it. You do have brothers who don't hit on shit. They just straight up fuck ups. They're going to be fuck ups their whole life. I get that. That's a reality. I'll give that. But you also have brothers who have gotten married and divorced, who have lost everything, coming in this space, getting red pilled. When they hear a term like that and they've been there before, or they're in a good position and they've been kicked down because of divorce, you know, and then here it is, you're stating this high value man in regards to being suitable for a woman. These dudes don't need to hear that shit. Okay? They don't. Again, another type of brother who is discouraged from hearing that bullshit. All right. Now, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, never do nothing for this product of a westernized woman, American woman. Never do nothing for them. Do everything for you. Broke dudes get bitches. You know what I'm saying? Dudes in the middle get bitches. Higher upper dudes get bitches. Okay? You shouldn't be leading with your wallet. You shouldn't be getting your money up just to be able to get a bitch. All right. And then also, you know, all the way across the board, improving and stuff like that, whether it be going to the gym, getting in shape, all that shit, it's for you. All right. Now, here's the crazy thing. Because this high value man shit has become almost as delusional as these motherfucking hoes out here. All right. Now, we're going to talk numbers. You know, if you check my channel, you should see a video I did on how these females inflame numbers, and this is related to this high value man shit. We are dealing with the 80% of black men who live above the poverty line. 60% of black men are in the middle class, right? So that only means 20% of black men live in poverty. Okay. Now, if you know the tiers of middle class, you got lower, medium, uh, let me see. It's like four tiers, I think. Lower, medium, and upper. We'll just deal with three, but there's like another one in between medium and upper. And then it's in intervals of $25,000 as far as annual income. 25,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100K. Okay. So middle class is highly essential to America. All right. This is where women fall short. 60 to 40 to 60% of women say they pay half for all the bills of the men that they deal with. Well, when you go back to 60% of black men are in the middle class, 80% above the poverty line, this goes back to the 10 to 20% rule that seems synonymous with just about every statistics in regards to what women do and how they deal in numbers. Okay. So 40 to 60% of women are not matching up with the 60% of men that's in the middle class. And they're definitely not matching up with the 80% of men that's living above the poverty line. All right. So they continue to chase the 10 to 20% of men that are high earners, six figures plus. And when they can't get them, they settle for these hobosexuals, dudes for the wrong reasons, and they have to wind up paying to be with them. You know what I'm saying? They're paying for dick. Okay, they're paying for good sex, and they're sharing these dudes. All right. So these same 40 to 6% of women are paying for hobosexuals and sleeping with the same men. They're not matching up with the 60% of men that's in the middle class. And then when women say men, they can't find men that are financially attractive. First of all, you don't know numbers, you don't know group economics, and you never go to the amount of men that's available to you, and this goes into this high value man shit, right? All these women chasing this jackpot, this six-figure plus man that they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. First and foremost, they're not good people. They're not good women. They're not wifey material. All right. They have never learned about female anatomy, female biology to understand that they can't have a bunch of men's DNA in them and how it affects them, how it affects their mental health, where they won't be able to pair bond, too many sex partners. They don't have helpmate training to learn how to be a helpmate. They don't have basic home economic skills. They don't have communication skills. Home economics as far as cooking, cleaning, maintaining the household. Communication skills as far as how to communicate with a man, knowing when to keep their mouth shut, not gossiping, not telling their business, their relationship business, their household business to co-workers. It's just a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they're not good with numbers, so they're not good with money. So if they get a high value man, they're going to be a liability. They're going to be a bill. They're going to cost this man a lot of money, All right. And then we're about to get into this newest, most popular concept surrounding high value men. Men pay for everything. 50-50 is not a man. All right. And then the marriage doctrine, the government sanctioned marriage doctrine is still associated with these fucked up ass laws that have caused men that has billions of dollars to be divorced, raped in court. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was my whole thing, right? You can never tell another man he's not a man. You just can't do that. At least not to his face in person. It just doesn't work like that. And then your version of a man does not restrict other men to have their own personal concept of themselves and what they want to do. So, I mean, that's just a God-given right. So when guys say shit like that, man, these guys are indoctrinated. They have an ego. They're really sick-minded. And if you even wanted to try to stomach these guys, they'll turn you off and turn you away from them when they say certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's just too many arrogant, superficial, materialistic type people out here. All right. And they try to say, oh, they'll accuse other people of being jealous or something like that. Okay, all right. cheap shots. All it is, cheap shot. When you point out the real things to really look at, right? Okay, why would a man improving himself, getting decent money, and his money is increasing, spend it on a poor product? And then why would you continue to sign up for slavery over and over again and claim that because you got more money, you're dealing with a position of power? No, no, you're not. You're signing your money away. It's not a position of power. And you're giving it away to somebody who doesn't deserve it. And dating, and in dating, you shouldn't be leading with your wallet. And, in picking up women, you shouldn't be leading with your wallet. If you haven't developed charisma and mouthpiece, got your looks together, you don't have to spend a lot of money on expensive clothing and be flashy and all that. Just be clean and decent, clear cut, well groomed. You know what I'm saying? Your money is for you to save and stack and put in the bank. You're not even really supposed to get caught up in spending money on a lot of high price shit. Black people in general just done too much of that shit. We done wasted too much fucking money, but staying at the topic, man, don't want to get too far off, right? So there's no way that I advocate for a concept or a term that hasn't been fully thought out and developed to be thrown around as an advertisement or bait for a money grab, when there's honestly guys coming here seeking help and seeking a brotherhood and advice and a support system, to uplift them when they come from this outside world and have had ups and downs in life, whether woman related or not. Okay, you have to be careful. And I represent our brothers. I don't care if you're the street brother, you fresh out of jail, you went to college, you're law abiding. I represent our brothers. I want you to win. All right. But as far as doing anything for a woman or letting somebody else determine your value, that's a crock of shit. It's a crock of shit, man. Now, I don't care what these women do. If you can make money off these women, by all means do so. That's how the world works. There's nothing really creative about that. That's been going on since the beginning of time. Women are shoppers. Women are easily to throw money at something that ignites their emotions or hope, or temporarily satisfies their moment of craving. That's what most businesses and things that we have in this country in regards to commerce cater to is women and children. So there's nothing spectacular about that. The thing is, yeah, get the money from them, but you can never fix them. And you can never make them good enough for what they've done to men in this society, especially with these current marriage laws still the way they are. There's nothing you can do to make it seem worthwhile for a brother to be traditional and old school with them moving forward. And we haven't been able to do that for some time now, probably a couple decades or so. It's really gotten bad within the last decade. I have no problem with a brother improving himself. I have no problem with a brother dressing nice. And if you got the money to shop till you drop, buy all the top name brand shit or whatever, stunt, flash, do so. No problem with that. I have a problem with putting brothers at risk and discouraging brothers. That's what I have a problem with. And I have a problem with the switcheroo, not being authentic, lying, scamming, taking money and giving nothing in return. It's what I have a problem with. It's nothing else. Okay? It's nothing else. And shame on you who continue to push this narrative that you haven't pointed out. Okay, let's at least check it for bugs and see where we can get the kinks out of it and make it a better concept. Okay, because it's inconsistent, and it's not in the interest of black men at this particular time. If what is the use of it if I get to 6 figures plus and I put myself at risk to give it away to a nothing ass female or a group of nothing ass female, or go out here and start dating, spread money around that's unnecessary. I mean, I was even told that escorts aren't hoes. And then I was challenged to the question of whether I could afford a $500 an hour escort. Yes, I can. 1 hour, $500 there. Not a problem. Could afford more. But the thing was, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I've never paid no bitch no $500 for no pussy, or just to hang with me, or go places with me for an event and just to show up, with her on my arm and shit like that. I'll go by my goddamn self, or I won't go at all. Man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? And trying to fit in like all these different social constructs, like nobody has to do all this shit. I mean, hell, I left a relationship because this bitch had so much social currency going on, man. That shit goddamn overloaded me, dog, with just frustration and being annoyed. Like, I never dealt with such self-esteem, peer pressure, and attention deficits, man. I've never dealt with shit like that. I've always been like down to earth, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Independent, doing my thing. So I don't know, man. I mean, the lanes that a lot of people choose, yeah, you can go that route if it works for you, but that's not the only lane. We got that established. At least we got that shit established. Okay, we got that shit established. That there's more than one lane to, pursue in order to achieve the things that you want for yourself. Um, so, and that's enough, man. I'm done with it, man. But these dudes gonna continue to be who they are. If you're not winning a popularity contest, and let's talk about success, right? Success can be achieved through ill means. But I guess because once the success is achieved, even if you achieve it through ill means, it's okay in the end. Like I said, some people say it's business, but I'm only going to take that statement from people who actually give back. I'm not going to take that statement from people who use it as an excuse to fuck people over and take the money and run. No, don't work like that over here. Business or no business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to end this video, man. I'm done with it. I predicted this shit. I called this shit out way before everybody. It was an uproar. I had to come in and remind niggas. I warned you niggas and told you niggas about this shit. And then, like, now it's people making inaccurate claims of hate and jealousy and shit like that. No, it's not about that. Like I said, man, the main thing is brothers shouldn't be put at risk, no matter how much money they make, and they should not be factoring in no woman. Everything should be about the brother, okay? And you have to know when to at least bring up, or how to bring up, the high value man concept, so the brother that's coming out of a bad situation, the brothers will come up, the young brother, they know how to receive it as it's tailored to them. Hey, look, brother, you're 20-something years old right now. The statistics on men's earnings in a lifetime, it increases when you hit late 20s, 30s, and 40s. Around 40s and 50s is when you're going to hit your peak in earnings. So don't worry right now. Just remember the concept, learn it, use it as motivation. It's not thrown at you to say you're not shit right now because it doesn't apply to you right now, but it is something that you need to put in your playbook. You know what I'm saying? The brother just coming from a divorce who lost everything. Hey, brother, look, we know you took your L. This don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? But put this in your playbook, because when you get back up there or strive to get back up there, this will be you again. You know what I'm saying? And if you just an ain't shit nigga, you just an ain't shit nigga. It is what it is. But bitches is nothing should be about bitches. I'm sorry. At this point in time in 2020, as stupid as these whores are, no matter how much money you got, even with their own goals and accomplishments, they tend to be fucking retarded. Nothing should be about bitches. You know what I'm saying? Getting bitches is easy. It's easy. You shouldn't have to pay for a bitch. You know, I mean, I even know fat niggas that got hoes. I mean, it's pointless, man. Like niggas giving these hoes, man, too much airtime, dog. I mac a bitch for the free or for the cheap. I came out of monk mode to mac a bitch for the free or for the cheap. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem getting bitches. I had a problem choosing the right one. I had a problem being under the hope strategy. I had a problem with the marriage goals. You know what I'm saying? I was simping, even though I could get women. Don't get it twisted. Simps can get women, but you know, you can find yourself basically simping, being weak for women, even if you got the tools. I have all the tools to get women. I look good. I'm in shape. I'm very, very, very handsome. I get enough money. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I had to learn, hey, look, man, you have no problem getting women. Your problem is you'll let a woman in and you'll start simping. So I had to train myself to be like, man, fuck these hoes. If I want a bitch, I'll go out here, back a bitch, kick it with her for the free and for the cheap, and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And I've developed that if a female is not able to come and do business with me, pay me, submit to me, follow my lead, follow my plan under a non-disclosure, my own private contracts, I don't need them. I'm sorry, that's just where I'm at with it. You know, and my advice to you, six-figure plus brothers, millionaire plus brothers, you should be doing non-disclosure and private contracts. Don't do nothing government sanctioned. And honestly and truly, you're in a position to have more than one woman. You shouldn't have to lie to women. You can still get her for the free or for the cheap. You know, the real position of power is making your own fucking rules, man. And having multiple women in your stable versus one. You know, I'm not a six-figure nigga, okay? I don't get on here in front. I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. I was down at one time. I bounced back, and I'm going to get more. But this is my strategy for you know, maybe you can adopt it. Maybe it makes sense to you. When I hit six-figure millionaire status, non-disclosure and private contracts between multiple women, I am going polygyny, straight up. I don't see the significance in investing in one fucking woman in America or any Western society. And I be damned if I deal with these marriage laws. That's just me. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. Hopefully y'all can soak this up. I'm on the move. I wish I could have formatted for you better and done it in a little more of an order, a table of content type order, something like that. But you know, I'm on the move. I'm on the go. So y'all stay up. Zulu Gullah, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be out. I'll be around, family. Matter of fact, give me about 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna try to do this lockout video, man. I've been promising y'all, man, because I'm out of pocket for that, man. But all right, here we go, family. Let's go.